Now, live, KPSP Local 2's Eye on the Desert with Scott Hennessy.
Good evening. Welcome to Eye on the Desert. It's great to have you with us tonight. Jan Daley has performed on stage and screen and television. Most memorably, she toured with Bob Hope on his USO shows as the singing star, entertaining thousands of troops. She shares her memories of traveling and performing with Bob Hope in her new show, Where There's Hope, a tribute to the legendary entertainer. The show is coming to the Arthur Newman Theater Sunday. She also has a new CD of the same name. Jan is here with us now, and let's just start, Jan, by talking about this video here, 1971, you singing to that very lucky young man up there in front of all the other GIs in Vietnam. That must have been something.
It was really kind of a thrill for me because I'd watched it as a kid, these Christmas television shows, and so for me to actually be there, it was a dream come true. Yeah,
you're never going to find a more appreciative, receptive audience than you did there in Vietnam.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. And in fact, we could just walk out on stage before we even opened our mouth. There was the screaming GIs everywhere.
Yeah, and then when you sang, they loved it even more. And all of these songs that are on your new CD, Where There's Hope, are songs that are associated with Bob Hope in one way or another. Tell us about them.
Well, most people don't know, and I didn't really know. I wanted to do a tribute to him, and when I began this research, I had no idea what a treasure chest of songs I'd come across out of his Wild and Wacky movies, but also out of Broadway musicals that he performed in. It's Still Lovely, he sang, Cole Porter wrote it for him and Ethel Merman, and they sang it as a duet. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes was also a musical, but a lot of the others, I mean, he did sing Thanks for the Memory, Can't Get Started. He sang in the 1936 to Eve Arden in the Ziegfeld Follies. Mm-hmm. So no one really knows that he introduced these songs to the world. I mean, Gershwin's and Johnny Mercer and Cole Porter, of course.
And you sang Thanks for the Memory at Bob Hope's funeral. You were very close with him throughout the years. And you also worked with other comedians, opening for them in Las Vegas throughout your career, but certainly Bob Hope kind of stands alone among comedians. In your own interactions with him, your own memories, what do you remember of Bob Hope that kind of set him apart so much?
Oh, well, he was very quick and very English in that he had that subtle humor that he would catch you off guard. Yeah. He'd lead you down that alley, and then he'd have this joke, and you wouldn't expect it because you'd just be drawn in. But so there was a very deep part of him that was concerned about the wars and about the men and women there, and but then he always lightened it up with a joke.
Yeah, always fun, always entertaining the troops. So you'll be singing these songs at the Arthur Newman Theater on Sunday, and also a presentation. You'll be telling stories there as well?
This one is the full show. I won't have my entire band with me, but we'll have film clips of one being the one that you just saw, and other, a lot of stories about him, and then I'll sit down at the piano and play a couple of songs that I wrote, one in honor of him.
Wonderful. So that'll be 2 p.m. at the Arthur Newman Theater at the Joslyn Center in Palm Desert. Tickets are $10. You can purchase them at the door. Jan Daley performing Sunday. It's a great pleasure to have you on Eye in the Desert today.
Oh, it's great, Scott. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
You're welcome.